Hello, welcome to the biologist. So today we are going to discuss about Mendelian genetics. So let's start. So Gregor Mendel, responsible for the laws governing inheritance of traits. Gregor Johann Mendel, an Austrian monk, studied the inheritance of traits in pea plants, developed the laws of inheritance. Mendel's work was not recognized until the turn of the 20th century. Gregor Johann Mendel. Between 1856 and 1863, Mendel cultivated and tested some 28,000 pea plants. He found that the plant's offspring retained traits of the parents, and because of his work in genetics, he is called the father of the genetics. It is the site of Gregor Mendel's experiment Earl Garden in the Czech Republic. So, what is particulate inheritance? Mendel stated that physical traits are inherited as particles because Mendel did not know that the particles were actually chromosomes and DNA. Genetic terminology. So, what is trait? Any characteristic that can be passed from parent to offspring is called a trait. Heredity. Passing of the traits from parent to the offspring is called heredity. Genetics. The study of heredity is called genetics. Type of genetic process. Monohybrid cross. Cross involving a single trait. For example, flower color is a monohybrid cross. Dihybrid cross. Cross involving two traits, flower color and plant height. Designer genes. Alleles. Two forms of a gene, dominant and recessive. Dominant, stronger of two genes expressed in the hybrid, represented by a capital letter R, is called the dominant or dominance. So in this case, what we can see that if there is a plant present which has a flower color, capital R and small r, capital R will show the dominance because it is a dominant trait, whereas small r is a recessive trait. So recessive gene that shows up less often in a cross is represented by a lowercase letter r. So let's learn about some more terminologies. Genotype, gene combination for a trait. For example, capital R, comma, capital R, smaller, smaller. So what is phenotype? The physical feature resulting from a genotype. For example, red or white is a phenotype. Genotype and phenotype in flowers. Genotype of the alleles. R is red flower, small r is yellow flower. Capital R is red flower, small r is yellow flower. All genes occur in peoples. So two alleles affect the characteristics. Possible combinations are capital R, smaller capital R, or capital R, smaller, and smaller, smaller. So what are the genotypes we can get? Red, red, and yellow, yellow. So as I have said this, that capital R and small r. So here capital R and small r will show red color because capital R is a dominant character, whereas small r is a recessive character. Recessive character will show its characteristic only in homozygous conditions. Okay, in monohybrid process. Okay, so let's learn about some more genotypes. Homozygous genotype. So particularly what is homozygous genotype? When only one character is present, either dominant character or the recessive character. That is, if are both the characters are capital R, or both the capital characters are smaller, then it will be dominant or recessive, as we know. But both the characters will be uh, dominant. As we can see that capital R is also a dominant character, small r is also a dominant character, and in this case, small r is a recessive character, and small r is another small r is also a recessive character. So let's understand by the definition. Homozygous genotype involve combination involving two dominant or two recessive genes. Example, capital R or small r, also called pure. Okay. Heterozygous genotype combination of one dominant and one recessive allele. Example, capital R, small r, also called hybrid. So I will end this video here today. So we will continue with the process on the Punnett square in the next video. So stay tuned. Okay.